Hey, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with a quick video. Saw the news earlier, just getting around to finally making a video on it. But Payton Thorne, who has been in the transfer portal a little while, over a week, has decided to transfer to the Auburn Tigers from the Michigan State Spartans. Of course, he started a double-digit number of games with Michigan State and did actually pretty good at Michigan State. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on the quarterback competition in East Lansing, but it makes things interesting because TJ Finley for Auburn just entered the portal. So he's out. They have a freshman in Holder. How do you say this? Holden Gerner, I believe is the freshman's name. And of course, in competition, they have last year's starter, Robbie Ashford, who started a few games for the Auburn Tigers. Looked pretty good against teams late in the season, especially under interim head coach Cadillac Williams. And he looked pretty good against Alabama in the Iron Bowl. So I guess the competition there, Holder, Gerner, and again, I hope I'm not butchering any names, is a freshman. Robbie Ashford is a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. And then Payton Thorne comes in as a redshirt sophomore. Um, and he says farewell to Michigan State. So, um, how do I feel about this move? I'm not an Auburn fan. I'm not a Michigan State fan. So I want to hear from the Michigan State fans and the Auburn fans about this move. I think it's a bold move by Payton Thorne. Um, is he going to a better school? Is he going to a better position in college football? Again, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Coach Hugh Freeze at Auburn. What can he do? I love the hire. He's got some background in the SEC. He's a winning head coach. Look at what he's done at Liberty. Look what he was able to do with Ole Miss a couple seasons, beating teams like Alabama. So um, I'm a little high on Auburn. I think I had them 5-7, 6-6. So I'm not really that high on them to start with Hugh Freeze because I think he's entering a tough position that Brian Harsin left it in, even though Cadillac Williams came in late in the season as an interim head coach and turned the program around just like that. So who knows what it's going to look like. And I think they're going to keep Carnell Williams as the running backs coach at Auburn, if I'm not mistaken. When you get back to Payton Thorne, 6'2", 210 pounds, a 2-year starter at Michigan State. He ranks 5th in program history and career completion percentage, 6th in completions at 524, and he's 6th in passing yards at 6,494. He was 4th in Michigan State's program history and career touchdown passes at 49. He's a 16-10 winning record as a starter, starting in 29 total games. So I would say this: which program is in better shape right now? I think by a little bit, Michigan State is. I don't understand Payton Thorne transferring. I haven't seen the reasons behind why he's transferring. I understand there's a little bit of competition there. Maybe he was told something. Maybe he heard something from Michigan State and he said, I might need to leave. Maybe he didn't hear anything. Maybe he was in perfect position to be the starter for them going forward, but maybe he looked at it as an opportunity to get better himself. So he decided to go to a different school, and he ended up choosing the Auburn Tigers. So I think it's a bold move by him. I think he's going to do great. I think Hugh Freeze can do great things for the Auburn program, and I think that he can help elevate Payton Thorne to the next level in his career. He'll have 1 or 2 years under Hugh Freeze. it does definitely make the competition a little bit more interesting for Auburn and what that's going to look like. Again, TJ Finley entered the portal. They still have Robbie Ashford, so he'll compete with him. And then again, I'm trying to get this name down. Holden Gerner is a freshman quarterback for Auburn who committed last year and came in this past recruiting class. So, that being said, best of luck to Payton Thorne at Auburn. It's going to look interesting for a team that finished sixth in the SEC West last year. They also have Zach Calzada on the Auburn Tigers roster. So you have Zach Calzada, you have Robbie Ashford, you have Payton Thorne, and you have a freshman in Holden Geriner, who's from Savannah, Georgia. So, and of course, he comes in as a redshirt freshman. Robbie Ashford going to be a senior, or sophomore, I'm sorry. Zach Calzada is still a redshirt sophomore. Pretty much sat out last year, I think. So, but again, Payton Thorne coming into Auburn makes it interesting. I know they have the depth there, but the talent is a question mark at Auburn as far as who do they turn to lead the 2023 Auburn Tigers football team. You look at Auburn this year, they got teams like Georgia and Alabama at home. Not that that's necessarily an advantage, but they can play those teams tough at Jordan-Hare, and maybe, just maybe, if they have the right quarterback, they can get the offense together. They could be able to score and keep up with teams like that. But we'll see. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. We're fixing to go live here in a few, but we'll upload this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you next time. Jesus loves you, and God bless.